Greetings programs! Welcome back to the Harmony Point Zoo and my Planet Zoo Let's Play. My name's Jack. I play video games. Right now I am, as you can see, playing Planet Zoo. Since the last episode, I haven't done anything really. I let the game run a little bit so I could generate a little cash, but I haven't actually made any changes to the zoo aside from one thing, and that is that I got the alert coming up saying that my zoo didn't have any security guards, so I went ahead and hired a security guard. I also assigned the staff room to be a security office. I always do this. It's just something that it's a bit of a habit for me. I also changed the hours of operation for the zoo to give me a little more daylight, because I don't know about you. I know that I like having dark zoos too. I like having nighttime periods so I can put street lights and all that number. But to be brutally honest, having lots of dark in your video makes it hard for you guys to watch, so I figured you'd like to see what's going on. But as you can see, morning's coming, the sun is coming up. So my other news is apparently we're having attempts at babies among the aardvarks, which is fine. We want happy aardvarks. We want aardvark babies. Anyway, in this episode, I figured since a couple of you asked for warthogs, I would go ahead and add a warthog habitat. And then after that, maybe we'll start on the beautification of the zoo. So, let's take a look at the aardvarks. Not aardvarks, the warthogs. Excuse me. If my voice sounds a little raw, if I cough a little more, it's because we've had a weather change here in Florida. The temperature has dropped precipitously and the barometric pressure has changed, and as such my sinuses are just killing me. I didn't get a cold or anything. It's just the effects are just the same, so my voice might sound a little bit huskier, a little bit dimmer, if you will. I'm going to try and not let it affect anything in the video, but if it sounds like, if you suddenly think to yourself, oh wow, he sounds a little rough, well, that's why. It's nothing too bad, nothing I don't have to endure every year, but it is what it is. Let's see. Once again, I draw the rough outline of the habitat with null barriers just because it's easier for me. I can get an idea of the space I want to use, the limitations of what I'm doing with the habitat. I'm sure that as I go on in this and I get more practice in actually keeping up a running monologue, I won't be pausing and going so much, so I apologize about that. I actually asked the lady designer yesterday during one of her live streams, I said, keeping up this running monologue is difficult. How do you guys do it? And she just kind of laughed and was like, practice. That's all. It's just practice. And so, I have every confidence that I'll be very good at it sooner or later. But right now, all I can ask is that you bear with me. I'm still having fun doing this after, one episode? And I have to say that I really appreciate the reception you guys gave that one episode. I know it was, not that much. I'm still very much a small tuber, but you know what? I don't care. I'm having a good time. You guys seem to like what I'm doing. So, I've never been one to let minor setbacks get me down. There's no reason to let minor setbacks get me down. And believe me, I've had some major setbacks in my life. I mean, for crying out loud, I'm a stroke survivor. If I didn't let my body trying to kill me stop me, I'm certainly not going to let a video game, right? Now, I hope everybody out there is doing well today. I'm doing fantastic. It's a good day. Aside from my sinuses, it's a very good day for me. And you know what? I'm gonna pop this path out a little more. Whoops. Just to give me a bit of a guideline, and I am going to keep it straight for the most part for right now. I'll be curving it around, making it less straight. But for right now, it's acting as kind of a border for me, and it's giving me good ideas on where to place things. Well, that's certainly big enough for the Warthogs don't require that much space, and I'm giving them a lot of space with that. So I think, do I want to make it bigger, or do I want to leave it like that? You know what? I think I'm going to leave it like that. Now, with all that said, here's what I'm going to do. Now that I've mapped out the general area of where I want my habitat, bye-bye. Don't worry, there is a madness to my method, believe me. I have an idea, and I know what I'm doing. And a lot of this, I have to admit, I know that there are Planet Zoo players out there who plan everything out. They, okay, we're going to do 15 square feet of this, and then we're going to bring it around like that, and it's going to be over here and over there, and multicolored charts and graphs just to show you everything that's going on. That's not me. For all that I am compulsive about certain things, for all that I have a hard time controlling my urges to make sure everything is just perfect, when I play Planet Zoo, I'm teaching myself to wing it. I've never really been good at just winging it. What I have been good at is I have been good at seeing the possibilities and choosing the best one. I don't know if I've told anybody about this, but when I was in high school, I was a competitive chess player. To the point that I actually went to a national championship for my age group. It was a national championship, and while I didn't win the championship, I was the third place finisher in my year. Yes, that's what I want. I'm putting down the sand so I can tell the different elevation levels, you see. Anyway, but yeah, I came in third in the national championship for players of my age group, and for a while I was kind of devoted to the game, but I eventually stopped because, I'll be honest, unless you're competing at the international level and you're a grandmaster on the level of, say, Boris Spassky or Bobby Fischer or one of those, you don't make a lot of money as a chess player, and you can't support yourself. It's kind of a joke that there are so-called chess bums, and what the chess bums do is they're pretty much homeless. But what they will do is they will go down to the local park and they'll set up a table and they'll hustle people. They'll play a game of chess, $5 a game, except they are unrecognized grandmasters at the game, and they will take you for all the money in your pocket if you let them. Well, I didn't want to live like that, so I got out of the chess game, but that doesn't mean I still can't play chess. I play chess very well. And so I'm very good at seeing the possibilities. One of the other games I play is Magic the Gathering, and I am very good. It's weird. I'm a horrible deck builder. I just suck as a deck builder. But if you hand me a well-made deck, I can turn that deck into a championship deck just because I will look at the cards that I have, and I will be able to use the cards that I have. And yes, I'm trying to build a hill with a moat in front of it. So, but I will see the possibilities of the cards that I have in my hand, and use those possibilities to win the game, just like if I was playing a game of chess. And while I'm not planning, I have an idea in my head for what I want this habitat to look like, I don't have a plan. And if it turns out looking differently than what I've imagined, That's so much the better. Okay, now I know what I want to do. Watch this. You know, so much the better if it turns out differently than how I planned it. Because I'm trying to train myself to not be so obsessive compulsive. I'm trying to train myself to go with it, to roll with the changes, as REO Speedwagon says. And if you're not familiar with REO Speedwagon, they're a rock and roll band from the 1970s, and one of their hit songs is "Roll with the Changes." Let's see. Yes, this is coming along nicely. Okay, now we need to put the barriers back. Let's see. What do I want? What do I want? What do I want? You know what I want? I want this. I want it all. I want it all. That's Queen. I'm sorry. I listen to a lot of music. I'm musically inclined, and I love music. I love all kinds of music. I don't think there are very few types of music that, you know what? Come back here. Very few types of music I can't stand, in fact. I mean, I'll listen to polka. I'll listen to rap music. You know, I actually had somebody ask me that once. What business does a guy who's as old as you do have listening to rap music? And I'm like, it's good music. Where's the question? You know, there's no question there. Where's the question? Because they were surprised that somebody my age, you know, what's a guy my age doing listening to rap music? Appreciating it, that's why. If it's good music, I mean, don't get me wrong. If it's crap, it's crap. There's a lot of crap in music. But then Sturgeon's Law is a thing. Sturgeon's Law is, it was thought up by a science fiction author by the name of Robert Sturgeon. And what it says is that 90% of everything is crap, which is pretty much true. 90% of everything is crap. TV, music, art, plays, people's opinions, politics. 90% of everything, crap, 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 crap. But it makes us appreciate that last 10% that much more, you know? So, you know, like I said, I listen to good music. And as a result, I make a lot of musical references. I am going to... Let's see if we can... That's not pretty, but you know what? It is what it is. Okay. As per usual, where do we want to put the entrance here? I'll put it here. That's a possibility. Maybe here. You know what I do want to do? I want to straighten up that barrier first. So let's bring this over here and down a little. And this up a little. That looks straight. That looks basically straight. It's basically straight. Basically straight is good enough. Let's put it here. You know what? Let's not do that. Let's do that in a second. First, we're gonna... Okay. Now, I'm gonna maintain a consistency in design here. I'm gonna still use the African theme, but and I'm still gonna use the logs. And what I want to do is I want to measure this out in construction pieces. That's basically straight. Basically. A little. If I can get both of those white dots on that little brown... Yeah, there we go. That's basically straight. So, let's see how well this fits, shall we? Anyway, like I said, I listen to a lot of music, and as a result, I make a lot of music references just in my normal daily speech. So if I say something that sounds odd to you, and you know, it's probably a music reference, and if you don't get it, it's just you haven't been listening to the same music I have. And that's okay. Everybody has their own taste in music. There's no wrong taste in music. As long as you're enjoying the music, who cares what you're listening to? That's just one of my philosophies. I think it's a good one. So we have the beginnings of a barrier here. We've got the wall. I brought this out a little further than I planned, but you know what? That's fine. That's fine. Let me see. This is what I want. And I came to a decision about my videos, and the decision was I'm going to try and have them be about half an hour long. I'm going to try and have them be half an hour long. The last one was just a little bit under 40 minutes long, and that was a little bit too long in my opinion. I mean, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. For a first video, I think it went well. But I'm going to try and keep these other ones to about half an hour. So I am running a timer in the background. And with that timer, I'm if I go over time, what I've decided to do is I'll just stop the video and continue whatever I'm doing in the next video. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So if it's a big project, if it's a fast project that I know I can deal with in one video, it'll only take one video. But if it actually takes longer, then it takes longer. And that's just the way it is. Okay, I think I know what I want to do now. Let's see. We're going to make this entire back wall wooden construction pieces, the log construction pieces. And I'm going to bring it down like this to about there. Yeah, there. And then what we're going to do is this. We're going to angle it here and here. And this path, oh, you see, there's that darkness I was talking about. This path we're going to have come out. Wait, not far enough. Come out that way. Like that. Okay. Excuse me. So we still have the question of the barrier. Alright, what I'm going to do, whoops, I erased the barrier. Let's see. What we're going to do is we're going to bring this to this edge. And I've already turned on the construction lamp, which is why the light's on. So we're going to bring this out to here, and then we'll bring this up that way. This piece I'm going to split in two. Bring this down just a touch to there. Bring the, whoop, hello. Whoop, that's the entire thing. I don't want the entire thing. That. We're going to bring that up. And let's bring over here and to there. I know I'm using a lot of generalities, but hopefully you can see what I'm talking about, so I don't have to describe, okay, we're going to move this post 5 millimeters to the, because that's a little excessive, I think. But what I'm hoping to do here is I'm going to put the null barrier around the depressed area, that lowered land area. We're gonna. All right, but I'm also trying to separate the actual border from the path, because if you get the path too close to the barrier, it never works out. Nobody's ever happy. So you got to be careful about doing that. Okay, and then we do this. Bring that over to the... Is that over to the fence? Yes? Okay. Steel mesh. Boom. We now have a fence. Now here's the neat thing. You know, while I'll explain the neat thing while I'm adjusting the points of contact for the fence. It's steel mesh. I like using steel mesh more than I like using chain link, even though what I actually envisioned in my head was probably chain link, but the steel mesh is more durable. But anyway, you don't need a lot of fence to keep warthogs in. They're small animals. They're fun animals. They run around. They make neat piggy noises. They're cute in their little ugly warthog way. But you don't need a lot of fence to deal with them. So I put up the steel mesh fence. Oh, look. It's raining. You know what I need? I'm going to take a break right now because this is the perfect opportunity to do this. Facilities. Come on, bring it up. Guest facilities, info booth. I got 28 grand. Now's the perfect time. Let's put the information booth right here. Okay. It's going to sell umbrellas, among other things. I will come back and decorate it, but right now, I'm not going to. See, people are already gathering. So, wow, you know, I think the last time it rained this heavy, Noah built himself a boat. Alright, let's go back to working on the barriers and matching the barriers to the fence locations. Okay, good. 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 Alright, we'll bring this one over here. And then this one over here. So, we now have an enclosure. We now have an enclosure that can contain the warthogs. Yay! Containing warthogs. That sounds so bad. Containing warthogs. Let me see. You guys know what I mean, I'm sure. Alright. Let's go looking for warthogs. Do I have any in storage? I don't think I have any in storage. I have a lot of animals in storage, but I don't think I actually have any warthogs. I know I've got like some bears and such. Do I not have any animals in storage? Oh, here we are. Yeah, there we go. I got dull sheep, I get penguins, I got all this, you know, these are the animals I have in storage. Yes, they will be making an appearance in the zoo. They're just the animals I never gotten around to using. Let's see, common warthogs. There we go. Alrighty. I want young ones. So, yeah, I like the look of her. We'll get her. And we'll get her. Let's see if this goes through. Okay, we got that guy too. How about... Yes. And yes, I did intentionally adopt 3 albino warthogs. I did that intentionally. That was all part of the plan. 1 second while I get a drink of water. My voice is kind of scratchy right now. Thank you. You know, I don't know why they took our ability to click more than one, and it's irritating. It really is irritating. Um, and I know that technically you're supposed to put your animals in quarantine first, but I've got vets. If they come through and they're sick, then somebody's out there, some player out there has been naughty. But I've got vets, they can handle it, you know? Alright. This shouldn't take long. Let's look at... Okay, set this for a common warthog. Alright, put down some food first. I think we'll put it right there. And then a water pipe. Again, we will be prettying this up and covering up the water pipe. In fact, I think I can do that now. Hold on a second. Water pipe. Okay, this is the Africa Grassland water pipe. I will be including credits for all of the, for every single blueprint I use. I will be adding a credit line, Why isn't that working? Okay, well that works, so I'll put it there. But yeah, I will add credit lines down below, letting you know if you see a blueprint that I'm using that you like, then, you can use it too. Now, habitats, shelters. How about that one? I like that. Okay. And yeah, I know. Again, I'm unashamed to use blueprints. I like using blueprints. I like making blueprints. That's what they're there for. It's like, why should I be selfish with my creativity? I'm going to help out other people. Maybe they don't have, maybe they don't know how to make whatever it is I know how to make. So why shouldn't I make something and they can use it later? So for right now, I'm going to turn these off so I can get back to the basics. Oh wait, one more thing. You remember the Foraging Pit? We use this in the aardvark habitat also. It is just as useful in the warthogs. Just as useful. So I'm going to use it here too. You'll probably see this particular blueprint a lot in my zoo, because the grassland animals who use foraging really like it, and I see no reason not to use it, We'll get some rocks out later. Okay, let's see, what else? Let's turn the blueprints off. And we'll give them a rubbing pillar. And a mud bath? Do I have a meter mud bath? Let me see. I do. I have a couple. How's that look? Well, it's certainly got a lot of plants, maybe too much. It's got a lot of rocks. You know what though? I like it. There. Okay, let's check on Ose. We're gonna rename her. We're gonna rename her Betty. And Betty's got enough hard shelter. Betty needs more long grass, so long grass it is. Long grass. Long grass is easy, especially in an environment that's got a lot of grass anyway. Okay, not enough coverage, so we can handle that. We can deal with that. Looks like the enrichment is okay, but I want to add one more just to make them happy. We'll give them a cardboard box. We'll put it right there. And let's see, how about wind chimes? We'll put those right there. There we go. So, boy, it's raining like crazy. Alright, what did we need? We needed more coverage, right? Coverage is good. Let's go look at rocks. Okay. Blueprints off. Aquatic faux rocks. You know what? I am just going to go to the savanna rocks right at the moment. The grassland rocks. And let's see what else. I'm going to put some rocks down over here. Rock work is fairly simple. If I could teach people one thing about rock work, and I think I do rock work pretty well, is that for the most part you're looking for randomness, because while rocks will arrange themselves in neat patterns, and anybody who's studied volcanic uplift can tell you that much, for the most part the rocks, when they show up, it's in a random pattern. So you want smooth, but you also want the appearance of ease. I think that's the word I'm looking for. Ease? Maybe. Basically what you want is for it to look like this is something that could have happened naturally. You want something that says this is the way it works in the real world. That is not what I wanted. I turn off aquatic, go to Africa. Bless the rains down in Africa. I got to tell you, I tried, but every time I make an African biome, Toto's Africa pops into my head, and I'm singing it in my head. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Probably not the best thing, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? It just is. It's the way it is, and that's all that's going to be. How do I feel about an umbrella acacia tree? There we go. Oh, that looks good. That is good. Yeah, I like that. So, now we're going to just do this. Still got a couple minutes according to the clock, so everything should be good. Like I said though, whatever I don't finish now, I will finish in the next episode. Unless it's, something strictly, strictly maintenance, in which case, oops, that's not what I wanted. Here we go. Yes, let's talk to that guy. Unless it's something strictly maintenance, in which case I can do it in between episodes. But for the most part, I want you guys to see what I'm doing. I mean, I don't mind hiring the occasional security guard or hiring another keeper or something like that. But what I don't want is to do any building. I don't want to change things, redecorate things, all that number. What I want is for you guys to see what I'm doing and to show it here in the video, in the series. And so I'm going to plant this and then we will go because the time's almost up. So let me do this one last. So we got, in this episode we got our new habitat done. The warthogs all seem, look, romance is blooming. Romance is blooming. Warthogs seem happy. The guests seem happy. I think I did a pretty good job on this particular one for such a small habitat. We will continue this in the next episode. I think what I will do in the next episode is I'll go ahead and start decorating the buildings, put in a food court maybe, start laying other plants, things like that. There goes the nighttime cycle. I've honestly set the nighttime daytime up so that it does that. In any case, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for coming. Thank you for letting me do this, for sharing my joy of this game with you guys. I hope you have a good time. I hope you have a good day. Please be safe. And if you get a chance, be kind, because the world needs more kindness. I will see you guys later.